Hey, good morning, peace and blessings. I want to talk about a few things. I'm talking more about satanic assignments and agendas. Today, this morning. Satan's agenda. His assignments. Those agents. Is to pervert God's ways. God says. Get married. Satan perverts that. Divorce rate, especially in America, is substantially high. Satan says, God says, abstain from, sex out of wedlock, until you're married. Satan says, test out a bunch of, people, and don't commit. And even if you find somebody, don't get married, you still get to heaven, I guess. Satan says, there's rest for the wicked. God says there's no rest for the wicked. Satan's agenda, his tactics, his assignments, is to pervert the ways of God, to discredit them, to cause you to be in distraction, to push God from the mind of the masses. And it's worked, from my own chosen, path. I've seen it. I've analyzed, demonic assignments, agendas, agents, for, at least 4 years now. I can't say that I'm 100%, spiritually leveled up, but I'm definitely at least, at this point in my life, I'm most likely, at least 75%, there, with, the gift of discernment. I know a lot about the Bible, thanks to my mother, the upbringing. But there's more I could know. You never stop learning, through the Bible and through, Jesus' teachings. But yeah, Satan's, assignments, his agendas, is to pervert the ways of God. He has people cursing God, scorning God, is scornful. Idolatry, idol worship, celebrities, money, car symbols, of the Freemason, symbolism, Chevrolet, cross, BMW, the checkerboard, a Benz, 3-star. A lot of things. Hyundai, it's like the divine feminine sign, which is demonic. It's all demonic. It's all to pervert God. It's all to stray you away from, a chance, to get to heaven. Everybody was born with it, as a human, and, Satan's only job, his only assignment is to cause as many people to, go to hell as possible, to damnation. And he'll give you the keys to the car, and he'll let you drive it, for as long as, this world, long as the trumpet sound and Jesus descends and the dead rises and goes to heaven and people who fear God, love God, go to heaven after them. And then, the rapture starts. You have to be aware. You have to wake up spiritually. People are spiritually asleep. This is the matrix. We're in a loop of sin, lust, narcissism, foolishness, people, I see what, demonic strongholds or full demon possession, they're, they can't focus. They're always scaring each other with noises, because, most likely their ears are, maybe hyped up, as they say, in the urban areas, hyped up, perked up, however you want to call it. They have, Satan gave you the ability, the only power that Satan gave people with demonic strongholds is the power to, scare themselves, in a loop every day. It is not a good power. You have to understand that the devil has given you the keys to your damnation. Everything that people think is good in this world is evil because it's Satan's system. This is the matrix. It is not of God. These are the end times. People are given to reprobate minds. They're turning away from God. You have to get close to God. You have to accept God in your life. Majority of the population now most likely is narcissists or have narcissistic tendencies. That is demonic spirits. Generational curses. But demonic spirits. The world will tell you to, YOLO, as they say, you only live once. Well, that is true. You only live once. You only can gain access to heaven once. This is a test, from God, Yahweh. This is a test, and Satan wants you to pass with a F plus 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 plus. and he'll give you the keys. It's on you whether you want to, jump in the front seat, start the car, and drive off to the broad path of hell. It's on you. It's not on God. Don't blame God, for, your narcissistic, choices. That's more likely, your family, your environment, your relationships, were of the narcissistic, ilk, and you have to set apart yourself spiritually to, gain the gift of discernment and seek to cloak yourself with the armor of God. People are, in groups of, millions, and they all hate each other. Celebrities, middle class, lower class, high class, they all hate each other. It's the same thing. If you have the gift of discernment like me, you can see it. Excuse me, sorry. The gift of discernment, you can see it. And we are under spiritual warfare. This is the matrix, or under, spiritual attack. Every day we wake up, Jesus says there's no rest for the wicked. So most likely if you're under demonic strongholds or you are under full demon possession, you barely get sleep. It's just the truth. You have to realize, that is not of God. You're under the strongholds of Satan, and you have to shake it. You have to set yourself apart. Get out the crowd. I don't think it's a good business decision of life to be around, a bunch of people who all hate each other, have no love for each other, don't support each other, scornful of God, wicked, foolish. That's not really the crowd that you should be part of, and you have to, realize this. You have to wake up out the matrix. This is the matrix. It's no time to be fooling around. Jesus will come like a thief in the night, and if he says, I do not know you, then, Satan has already, did his job. And it's sad, but it's just the truth. I watched a lot of people, I grew up with, was in relationships with, related to, went to school with, know of, associated with, work associates, various people in my life, really, lose their soul. And it's sad, and I seek to do all I can to, enlighten people about the matrix, what we're going through, spiritual warfare. People, seek to humble me. I'm not really hiding, in the cave like Osama, and just gonna let you guys, just burn. I'm trying to do my part. So if you're seeking to humble me, it's more of a self-reflection. You see the light in me. You see how I am of God, I love God, and you take it personal. And you're under demonic strongholds. If anybody, recently, since 2020 has something against me, bad, you're under demonic strongholds. And I understand that now. I didn't understand it, before I was activated, and I do now. As chosen, you have to go through that. People are going to attack you spiritually every day. You have to just, it becomes funny, it becomes, in the middle of your, spiritual journey, it becomes funny. It just becomes, it becomes normal in a sense. You see demons, every day. You're in contact with demons every day. People will, say phrases, numbers, demonic handlers will give them information, to relate to you. Narcissists, like to play the subliminal game, so they'll subliminally, talk about you, you'll be able to tell, but it's all BS, people are of a reputable mind, they don't understand that they're, or they understand, but they just, are under the spirit of fear, through the devil, so they can't shake it, and they'll attack you every day, you just have to laugh it off. You have to, just understand that, they understand that you are closer, to God than them, they fear it, they envy it, they hate it, but also what comes with that, with spiritual attacks, you have to realize that, God is about to bless you. The devil knows when you're closer to your blessings. He just doesn't know when, so he'll do everything in his power to attack you. When you're under the spiritual attack, heavily, it's because your blessing is definitely on the way. God will bless you with things you wouldn't even imagine for your life. But he has to put you through the fire. He has to make you a diamond. So when you get there to your blessings, you'll be hard as a diamond. You won't be shakeable. You won't falter. I watched a video, posted by a sister named Virtuous Vow, and she was, relaying a TikTok video of a woman who, I'm not sure what she was, but she, said she was anointed through God, but she was tired, she was falling weak, she was cursing God, saying F God, things of that sort. But, the sister really didn't understand that, she was most likely about to receive her blessing. When you were about to receive your blessing, the devil attacks you very, very heavily because he understands, and it shakes up his matrix. Excuse me. And it shakes up his matrix, and people hate that. When you people in the streets, and you preach God, people will make noise, the beep, noise distractions, it's demonic, agendas. It's what it is. It's spiritual warfare. You have to realize it. But just know that at the end of the fire, you become a diamond. You're gonna shine. You're gonna have God's blessing, and you're gonna be blessed in life, and you're gonna be on your purpose. So those are three things that you'll carry with you. Till the trumpet sounds and Jesus comes gets us. And just be aware of that. Rejoice. And the Bible says rejoice when people curse your name, they attack you, they slander you. Rejoice. You have to rejoice in that, because you are just like the 12 apostles. You're no different than them. You're not the same, but you're similar. People attack them. They're gonna attack you, but just know that your blessing is here. And don't falter. If I knew that sister personally, I would tell her, it's the time. It's the end times. It's not really time to worry about what people think of you. How your hair looks, your makeup, and not to be sexist, or sound sexist, but it's just the truth. Women are more, spiritually weak. They care about, the outside, their social status more than, a ticket to heaven. And it's really sad, the degrading women put themselves through, socially, spiritually, lifestyles. It's sad, but you can't change it. You can only enlighten people who wish to be enlightened. This is the matrix. Chosen ones, we are not here, to fight every battle. You cannot cast your pearls with the swine. You're only here to enlighten people who seek to be enlightened. Some people are going to get tired of living in the matrix. They're going to realize it. They're going to be activated, and you're going to help them. That's your purpose. Make your seat in heaven, of a high rank. That's you have to give back to God, though. You are a physical manifestation of the Holy Spirit. Yes, you can go to heaven. Yes, you are allowed to go to heaven, by default. But you have to pay homage to Yahweh. You have to bring people with you, and that's how you get blessed. And peace and blessings.